Good morning. This is Holly Hansen with the Texan News. I'm here this morning with Harris County Commissioner Tom Ramsey. He is one of two Republicans on the 5-member Harris County Commissioners Court. Harris County is the most populous county in the state of Texas. And today I'd like to ask you, Commissioner, about public safety. Probably the topic I'm hearing people from both sides of the aisle discuss this year is the rising crime issue in Harris County, but we're hearing dueling narratives about how the county is approaching public safety. On the one hand, we hear that law enforcement is not getting enough funds. We've even heard that from the Democrat district attorney. On the other hand, we're told that the county is spending more than ever on public safety in the past 2 years. So can you help us understand the difference in those narratives and what's happening at the county level?
Sure, it's good to see you this morning. I tell you that the top 3 problems in Harris County today are crime, crime, and crime. And when we think about what policies do to impact that, you don't have to go very far other than the judges. You look at the judges and what they are doing on the low bonds. Currently, over 170 folks have been murdered by a violent offender who was let out of jail on a low or no bond for no good reason. So we start there. But it's not just that. There are other parts of that. It has to do with funding. When you look at the funding of law enforcement within Harris County, we do not listen to the experts that would tell us what they need. I consider law enforcement in Harris County the sheriff, the constable, the DA, and the fire marshal. When they came with their budget request this year, we only funded 18% of what they asked for. Let me say that another way. 82% we rejected. So they'll tell you we're spending more on law enforcement, whether they are not telling you the whole story in terms of we are in the middle of a crime demic. We need to put more resources into it, and they refuse to listen to the experts.
Very good. We also heard last week that there was a lawsuit that the deputies organization filed against the county regarding the the jail. And I know you can't really talk about pending litigation, but there was some conflict last week about whether or not that case was still pending. Could you answer that question? Do you know if that case is still pending against the county?
I don't know whether it is or not. It seemed like I heard something in terms of there was movement on it. I'm not sure exactly what the status of that is, but I think that's an indication that when the sheriff comes and he asks for certain things and we only give them 18% of what they ask for, this is what happens. The other thing that I would say, when you look at the detention, we have the largest jail in probably America in terms of the county, and we have to almost reinforce the budget every other month. This past meeting, we had to give another $7 million to the sheriff in order to take care of the overwhelming needs within the sheriff's office. But the radicals on court refuse to listen. They think they know better, and what we need to do is get a focus on what the problem is and solve the problem, and then if you want to get creative after that, that's fine.
Commissioner, last week you introduced a measure to create a Safe Schools Commission here in Harris County in the wake of the Uvalde shooting and some of the concerns that citizens have about what's going on in schools and the access that gunmen may have to those schools. Can you tell us a little bit about that commission?
Yes, there are people out there that are saying, well, the solution lies in Austin or the solution lies in Washington, and there'll be those conversations. But school starts the second week of August, and so we need to know what they need in order to properly open and be safe. I trust the school districts. There's 25 school districts in Harris County. They all are right now, I think, scrambling a bit to get ready for school coming up in the second week in August. The commission has been organized with 5 members, very few people, And we're going to essentially meet from July the 1st to August the 1st. And we're going to gather up all the good thoughts and measures that the schools are having, share that with them, and if there's anything there that we may be able to help fund or provide resources for, we will. But at least we ought to get on a piece of paper what the schools, private schools and public schools, what do they need in order to properly open in the middle of August there.
Very good. And I understand that is one of the occasions on which a proposal from Commissioner Ramsey, a Republican on the court, passed unanimously. Is that correct?
That's correct. It's right up there with Moses parting the Red Sea. It was quite it was encouraging, I will tell you that we can all agree that we need to have safe schools. And so I think that's a positive, and I will be encouraged with that.
Excellent. Thank you so much for your time this morning.
Okay, thank you.